it'll be hard, but you've only got to get top 25. So I mean, I say only. Don't give up on this course because it can always come back when you go back downhill again. So yeah, it's normally automatic after 5 minutes or something. I know where the finish is. I know this course quite well, so. Well, the most important thing is just getting a top 25. So you probably want to, yeah, maybe a bit of training. Have you? It's the way forward. It must be pretty. Oh, I know, I've not stopped for, oh God, I don't know how long, a long time. You like them? I've used them for years, and I think they're the best pedals, especially when you get them like dialed in just right. I've used them for years, and I think they're yeah, they start to wobble as soon as they get a bit worn out. Yeah, so when you get them, sometimes the plates don't line up perfect, and when you get them lined up, they're normally stuck in there. But have you bought the aluminium carbon sole protector kit? So I'd get one of those. They're like £7, and literally you can get 2 years out of a pair of cleats with that kit. Because the bit that wears out is the plastic base plate. So soon, yeah, they're like £7. They just go in between the plastic base plate and the actual mechanism. Because I run Northwave shoes, and they have this weird adapter thing. So effectively, they're zero stack, but they've got like an aluminium plate in the middle, and you can get like years out of a pair of cleats. It's really good. I think they work out a lot cheaper personally, especially with the maintenance of them, because they're a needle bearing, so you just need a good grease gun, and the pedals will last for forever, whereas looks tend to go after a while, don't they? It should be fair, I reckon. 39. Okay. It should be okay, I think, the start of this. You've ridden this climb a few times before, or no? Okay, I know this one quite well. Yeah, you'll be okay. Basically, the first 3 minutes of the climb is the hardest, then you go over the bridge where it's draftable, and then it's a bit over the bridge it's draftable, and then it's hard. Through the tunnel is flat, and then there's the second, then the second tunnel is where it's really hard, and then after then it's kind of up and down, so you need to use some skill through the rollers bit. I'll talk you through that though, and where to place yourself. You can save a ton of energy, and then the more you can recover before the radio tower. Yeah, I'll do what I can. I know this climb really well. I ride it in training. Yeah, radio tower's like a VO2 effort on top of everything else, so it's pretty hard. But once you, if you tell, like, I can't hear what you're saying to me, so you tell me what power ups you get. and I'll tell you when to drop them. But yeah, this should suit you and Caleb really well. So. Yeah, so you only need to beat a few people, and a lot of the guys that are there are going to be out and out sprinters that are going to struggle up Radio Tower. So, because obviously, yes, last week was like Friday was a proper sprint effort. So, I'm going to try and keep an eye on everyone. See who's looking good. It's fairly steady. It's about 4 watts per kilo at the front. So. There's Caleb, yeah, he's looking good. Yeah, the climb starts at about 5.7k, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty soon after you start, so it should be quite easy up until that point. But again, it normally splits on the first bit up to the bridge, so that's where you need to lay a bit of a match to make sure you're in the top 20 over that. It can split really easily. Normally if it splits there, it's not coming back either, because the speed really does pick up. So is Caleb in Discord, or is it just me and you? Block beyond a race. Hey, tell me where your pain is, eh? You cannot say you've just got pain, eh? Is 2 goals in this? Yeah, it's dead steady at the moment. Yeah. The thing is, it's quite a good series to do, like, in between. It's something to keep you busy. Frederick Muff is really good up this climb. He's just come off a big training camp with his continental team, so obviously tired, but probably really aerobic. So after this tunnel it kicks up a little bit, then it flattens off, and then you go into the start of the climb. Not that anything's going to happen here, I don't think, with this field. The thing is, like, because of last week being pretty much a flat sprinters race, I think you're in with a good shout here of actually getting a really good result. Nah, you'll be good. This kind of suits you. Radio Tower will suit you, I think. I'm well out of the way of that. That's just the worst. Living the dream. Yeah, it's just steep until the bridge. It normally splits pretty quick up here. I don't know how much it'll split today though with the quality of field. That's the only thing. Yeah, looking good. Just hold position here. You don't need to let everyone else kind of fight, because with a quality field like this, it's not going to split like your normal epic com race. Let's see who's at the back. You want to look up, keep an eye on Franklin from Wes. He's good. He's one of the best in the world. You see, no one's been dropped yet. There's not even any gaps, so just trying to save energy. Caleb's sort of last man, but he's sitting at 165, so he's well in reserve. Yeah, you've dropped no one going up this first bit, so it's just going to be about saving energy, I think. And after the bridge it goes up a bit, but then it flattens off for maybe 50 or 60 meters, so you want to get around the guys ahead of you. They look like they're suffering a bit. There we are, perfect. You've got rid of one guy. Caleb, sort of, I think he's trying to save energy, but yeah, you can probably back off to mid-4s here, to be honest, with the new draft, until it goes above 3%. What sort of FTP and watts per kilo have you got at the moment, roughly? So watts per kilo, it's about 5.1, 5.2? 5.7, right. Okay, cool. Okay, keep it under that for here. You see it ramps up a bit here, so you're going to need a little bit of an effort just to stay with, and then it flattens off again, so that's going to be the nature of this climb. It's over and under rather than a steady effort. But again, as I said, I was doing a crit race with Martin while I was watching him, and with this new model it seems you can dangle a bit more than you used to be able to, like when it gets faster. So here it flattens off again and then it ramps up. So I think the top of the Epic Com is almost exactly 15k, and then it's a couple of k to the radio tower. I think you've dropped 3 or 4 guys already, so try and play it quite defensive. It flattens off just around this corner, but don't let everyone else try and split it. You just need to play defensive here. I think Eddie Hall's attacked, but I don't think anybody's going with him. He's at 177, so quite a high heart rate already. The others are sitting at mid 5s, so I wouldn't worry. Okay, so you go around this left-hander, and then it's basically a bit swervy, and then when you see the next sharp right-hander that's a 90 degrees, that's when you enter the flat tunnel through the village. And then that's probably kind of the worst of it done, I would say. Because from then on you do get some bits of momentum, and it's not quite as constant. It's a huge group. I reckon you'll be doing this in 17-18 minutes to the banner, and then about 5 minutes of effort for the radio tower. That's it, just round the right hander is where it levels off, so just a bit more. There's not really any bad riders in this race or around you, so you don't need to worry about closing gaps. Five people have been dropped now. Caleb's just at the back. So yeah, recover through here. Properly recover. Don't push forward, because you'll get a chance to move forward as this finishes. So at the end of here, it goes up a little bit for like maybe 50 meters, then it flattens off again for another 100 meters or so. So you can ease back here and then push through on the slight uphill, and then you can recover again on the flatter section. And then I think it's like between 3, 5 and 7% until you hit the tunnel, and it's pretty much a kilometre through the tunnel at 7% until you go directly downhill. So here's the first little kick up. So if you're moving forward quickly, you can just back off with the new draft. You don't need to like worry about the washing machine effect so much. That's perfect, yeah, exactly. And it flattens off here for a bit. You should get up to some high speed here. The draft is stickier than it used to be at high speed, so about now it's probably harder to get dropped than it used to be. After this bit at 7%, it levels off to 3%. Someone else is attacked, but yeah, I wouldn't worry because the radio tower is going to be so hard to maintain a gap. Everyone at the front are doing about mid fives, 6, so you can when you see it level off to like 3%, you can try and play around with the draft and see how you feel with it. And as soon as you hit through the tunnel, it's hard. It's about 7% for about 800 meters to a kilometer, so just coming up to here. This is probably the worst bit, but remember after this it's downhill and flat and it's just punchy, so you'll be able to save a lot of energy. You don't need to push forward here, just hold position because everyone around you is good, so you don't need to worry about closing gaps and people attacking. There's a lot of guys on the limit towards the back, so if they're on the limit already, it really is going to be hard for them to stay. So as long as you just play defensive, keep your matches until the end, you should be able to get through this. Okay, this is the last corner, and just around this right-hander it goes downhill. Don't ease up on the gas until you see negatives. It's just around this right-hander, you'll see it go down. Caleb's right with you. He's moved up. Just hold this position now, so don't go with anything. Don't try and move forward. Okay, this is where you need to get deep breaths in and recover for the final few punchy bits. Again, you can use the draft here. It's a lot stickier than it was at high speed, so that's it. Clear it out. Big breath. This is the longest, hardest little kick before the final K to the line. You can get in a super tuck before the final kilometre if you're smart, so that's going to be really important with this race with it going up the radio tower. Remember to kick. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just kick up here. Stay near the front, but if you find yourself moving forward, just back off by like 50 to 100 watts. Keep it nice and controlled. No one's going to be dropping wheels in this group, so you don't need to worry so much. I think everyone knows. So just save as much energy as you can for the radio tower, basically. can back right off here and then do the ramp it up again through this little kicker. Your momentum should take you over the top quite easily. That's it, perfect. Okay, this one drags up and then it's flat, and then after this flat bit it goes down and you get an aero tuck. So again, try and save as much energy on this bit as you can, and then hold your position on the flat bit, and then you actually want to up your power when it goes negative. When you're at 57, 56k, stop pedaling an aero tuck. That's it, mid fours here is good. It flattens off. We way under threshold as well. Okay, it's flat for like 50 to 100 meters now. Franklin's been dropped. So you only need to beat a couple of people here to qualify, so just keep your energy. Okay, now is the time to put a bit of power in to get up to like 54 to 56k and then freewheel. Okay, stop pedaling. Perfect, hold that. Recover, recover, recover. Okay, now start to pedal slowly. That's it, and then kick a bit to just get back into the draft, and it's 1 kilometer now until the banner. A little bit of energy you save can make all the difference on this course for the radio tower, so. Again, no need to try and push forward here, you just need to stay sort of near, sort of in the pack somewhere. Bar race looking good. And it flattens off over the top before you go radio tower, so. The next right-hander just around the corner is where the banner is for the Epic Con. You're on the inside here, so you can probably go a little bit easier just because of the way the cornering works. Have you really? That's funny. What power up have you got? Okay. So you want to save that for the finish. Or near. Unless you're in real difficulty over the top. I don't think you will be. How many... What position are you in now? Right, you've only got to beat a couple of people here. So recover down here. And this is the 5-minute effort that's going to kill everyone. You don't need to go, it's going to bunch up, yeah, so you carried a lot of speed into this, which is good. So see that as a few extra seconds you've got. Someone's dropping their arrows, so they're clearly on the limit, so make sure you get around them. This is just all out of just seeing how far you can get to the front of the race here, but nice and controlled. It's about 4 to 5 minute effort, but it does flatten up over the top, so if you've got it then, you can drop it. There's a few guys who've been dropped immediately now as soon as this has started, so get around these two if you can. Yeah, you can do it. This is good. It's going to ease up. Everyone's going to ease up. But get around this guy and you'll find it easier. Yeah, that's it. You're just picking off guys one by one. That's all you got to do. Got Matt looking good here. It's going to slow up a bit around this corner where it levels up, so just hold on to the wheels. That's all you've got to do, because as soon as you get to the flat bit, you're going to be good. This is excellent. This is like a Premier field. This is as good as it gets. Super ride. It's in a long line, so everyone's in the same position. Get around this guy from Callis. Make sure you kick around him, otherwise you'll get stuck behind him. That's it. This is the steepest bit, so this is where you can get back on without much extra effort. So try and kick around this guy who's dying a bit, if you can. Looking good, looking good. Everyone's in the same situation. Go on, Matt. This is still within reach. That's it. Dig deep, dig deep. After this, it's going to be a lot easier. McGlinchey's just ahead of you and he's blowing a bit. Go on, this is good. This is really good. Don't worry about what's behind you, just keep pushing, because Chris Hatz as well is decent. If you can get to Hatz and McGlinchy in this group ahead over the top, then you're going to be sorted, because they probably will get back on the descent if you work together. Position. Good. Right, come on. This is it. This is good. Dempster's stopped. That's another one. That's it. Now just stay with this group here. Don't try and overdo them. Stay with McGlinchey here. If you can stay with these guys without using your power up, don't use it just yet. Only use it over the top here if you're going to get dropped from this group, because you're not going to bridge 11 seconds with it. You have a chance of bridging maybe on the downhill if they decide to ease up, because it looks like it's splitting ahead. So you've got the group ahead of you, and then there's another group which is the lead group. So there's a couple off ahead, and then yeah, this is really good. Just kick over here. You're going to pick up a lot of people which are going to get dropped now. Caleb's looks like he's going to try and come across to you. Excellent, excellent. Superb. So you two can now work together here. Okay, now this is where you can make up a lot of ground. So try and get some recovery here. And when it goes down, start sprinting. It doesn't have to be a full gas sprint, it just needs to show the game that you're trying to accelerate. And then stop pedaling at about 55k. That's it. Yeah, looking really good. Keep it tucked here, and when the next bit you have to sprint, and if you can sprint it, you can get back on. I've seen this happen before. You don't need to do anything just yet. It's not just getting back onto the group ahead, it's also making sure the guys behind don't get back onto you. Start pedaling. Okay, sprint now. Start sprinting. Now you need to sprint all the way over the top of this until it goes negative again and you're over 55k an hour, and then you can stop. That's it, perfect. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep sprinting, keep sprinting. Keep on it, keep on it, keep on it. Keep on it, now stop. That's it, perfect. So you made up like a couple of seconds on the guys ahead of you there just by a bit of smart. This next bit where it flattens out, just try and ride at VO2 max. In the saddle, though you don't need to sprint when it goes out to like 1% or 0%. So just do like a seated effort from now. Yep. Back into the tuck. I would try and get onto this guy here, but you've got a bit of an uphill coming up, so you should get back on. So I wouldn't do it just yet. I would just hold on a bit until you reach this next uphill. You're going to pick up, guys. So now's your time to go. You'll see what I mean. You'll get up to these guys pretty easy. Yeah. Looking really good. Keep sprinting until you see over 55k. Just good. It's only a couple of seconds. You'll be able to get this back. They're chasing a couple of guys just ahead. So, what position are you in at the moment? 22. Okay, good. Okay, an effort now. Wind it up slowly and then kick over this this climb here. Yeah, go now. Keep sprinting, keep sprinting, keep sprinting, keep sprinting. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, good. Okay, one big effort here, and you should be able to make contact with the two ahead, and probably even further. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Van den Bosch is really good, so if you get with him, you should be all good. Did you say you're in 22nd? Yeah, so 23, 24, 25. So Devola is 30 seconds back. So you've almost, if you keep pushing here, you'll have qualified. So this is good. Yeah. Tactics. Okay, now keep it sweet spot down here. Keep it under threshold so you don't use up too much of your energy, but you need to push on this flattish bit before the next sharp downhill. Yeah. I think you can get across to the group that Caleb's in on the flat. My Zwift has just lost it. me go back to fan view. Got you. Yeah, keep working here. If you can pull with these guys now, you will be able to make it to the group ahead, because it looks like they've eased off. So, I mean, so if you want to pull hard to try and get across, do it, because Devola is the only guy you like that. Yeah, they're at like threes. You'll get another power up through the sprint arch. They're not really working up ahead either. They're dropping down and all over the place. The gap's going out to the only group which can take the 25th away. So, I mean, with a bit of luck, the other guys behind will be able to get across to you, and then you can get across to the guys ahead. So that's kind of the dream scenario. There's a bit of a drag as you come around this left-hander. I think the three behind should make contact with you on the drag, so it's a numbers game, unfortunately, because you're putting out more power than the group ahead, but you've just got less guys, so it's almost impossible. Better check Zwift Power Live just to make sure the results there've been no mistakes. kind of a perfect situation. You've got one of the highest watts per kilos for the whole race. You're on 5. What? Oh, good. Yeah, save that for about 200 meters to go. It's slightly downhill, so it's a fast sprint. The group ahead are easing right back, so. About to see Clement's secret sprint. Nah, I reckon he's going to nail this. They're fighting behind for that final spot, aren't they? Remember, it's a long downhill sprint on this one, so if it looks like they're going really long, in time it's actually not that long, so drop your aero whenever you want. I personally always drop it if your keyboard's not that hard, not that easy to get to as you're about to kick, regardless of how far out you are. Just then you don't have to think about it and you can just sprint, but depends how good you are with it. Serious? That's it, launch now, launch now. Go, 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 go. Yes, you got this. Yeah, 200, come on Matt, this is your sprint. Yeah, use the draft of the guy ahead of you and you should be able to hold on or even pop him. Excellent. Great work. Yeah, superb. Yeah, mega ride. I didn't think he was screwed. I thought he was playing it tactically. I was like, nah, I know him too well.